with the Hacienda Motel. Star Material, never heard that one. Hey, come up here on. Welcome to hour two. I've got everything as far as I'm going to get. I got. Um, so if you hear this, if this is your request, you're going to hear it this hour. Baby Metal, Van Halen, Christopher Cross, Men at Work, Metallica, Fontaine's DC, Judas Priest. A lot of requests. These are all lined up here. Robert Plant, uh, LSG. What do we got here? Devin Townsend, The Doors. If you didn't hear your group, and it's not Ted Nugent, that means I don't have it written down. But this is Cat Scratch Fever. You're listening to Music Without Borders. Happy Tuesday again.
Don't know lazy diamond-studded flunkies. She has wisdom and knows what to do. She has me and she has you. Street. There's the store where the creatures meet. I wonder what they do in there. Summer, Sunday, and a year. I guess I like it fine so far.
Star Material on Music Without Borders, The Doors with Love Street. I tell you, anybody who knows this channel and knows me, especially as a writer, it's very hard for me to write a song without putting a key change in. That song has a beautiful, beautiful, nice little twist there. From the album Waiting for the Sun, I want to say, I don't think I've ever heard that song before. I know I never analyzed it before. If I heard it like a long, long time ago. Beautiful, beautiful little ditty there. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right now it's time for Doug's Daily Dose of Devon. This is a track that we played before, which, and I know, I mean, we're going to run out of, Doug, we are going to run out of songs, I think, at a certain point. But, so that means I'm not going to put a star, but some people are asking me, you know, if you're new to the channel, what's the star thing mean? It's number one, it's just a gag thing. It's just like a prop, like me putting the beer out. It's just stuff to look at. Boy George right there, jukebox, map of Southern New England. It's just stuff to look at. That's all it really is. But for me, it's a reminder of something that I haven't heard for like 30 years. It was 30 years ago. I wasn't a music theory expert, and I would just listen to stuff, and I know that I loved it because it touched my heart or made me think something, or I don't know what it was. And now I'm like a music theory computer, for better or for worse. As a music producer, I think it helps me. But so when I hear music now, I see all this stuff happening, and it's nice because my brain can decipher all this stuff. It's like what's that? The Police had that song, Too Much Information, right? Running around my head. Songs sometimes are very, very complex, and but they're meant to be heard simple. And sometimes a simple song is Bees of Bears. It goes both ways, two-way street. So this probably, I'm going to take an educated guess, but this will be my second time hearing this song. Secret Sciences. And I already gave it a star, but let's check it out. Devin Townsend. That song was back in the day. Doug, was that like the second time I've heard it, or was it the third time? That song, 'cause I know I'm still kind of, I can catch what he's doing and stuff, but it's still super fresh. That track is great. Devin Townsend with Secret Sciences. I think he was using all of his secrets, and that song was full of secret sauce. And the science, yeah, is Lydian, and key change is like super crazy to do, which I'm a sucker for. I'm just a sucker for all that stuff. Always happened, even before I knew what the hell they were doing. I was like, that pumps my nads. I'm like, going, what the hell are they doing here? I just love stuff like that. And even when I figured out, like, how to do it, create it yourself, it still goes woo. It's like I can't say what I'm thinking now, but it's like if you know when you're attracted to something, it's like let's make the analogy hot fudge sundae or whatever. Every time you see a hot fudge sundae, you gotta go ooh, a hot fudge sundae. That's how I feel like when I'm listening to Devin Townsend. I'm like going ooh. It can be a variation like banana split. Nice. Really, really great. This next song, and Jackie, if you're still here, my good friend Jackie, very, very patient, requested this one. All you guys have requested. I have so many requests lined up. This is from hour one, and I'm right in the middle of the 3-hour show. If you're making requests in this hour, fingers crossed. I've still got so much stuff lined up here, and I'm already on a high right now. Jackie, if you're still here, LSG, I had to look it up, and it seems like the lyrics are copacetic. And I know your requests, and I love everything with notes, but you always have this. I'm going to take a guess. This is going to be like a sort of '90s super groove, like. And the reason why I looked it up because the title is called "My Body" and LSG. I was like, check this out. I think this is going to be something like dance music, super groovy. Let's check it out.
Just like I want you. Never had a lover that would do the things that Johnny can do. It's your body all over my body. It's your body. My body all over your body. It's your body, baby. It's your body. My body. My body all over your body. Should it feel so good? My body, so nice. My body all over your body. Your body. Ooh, it's your body, babe. The bag is playing. Yes. Keep on playing on. It's your body. Give me your money, baby. Your body, your body. All I need on my body. Can you feel me, baby? Oh, baby, it's your body, baby. Yeah. It's your body, baby.
It's funny, in the region of the northeast of USA, you get three words that mean the same thing: grinder, a sub, and a hoagie. But we used to call it grinder music, grinder music, and hoagie music sounds kind of funny. But I suppose you could sub music. I'm grasping for straws here. Looks like Jackie's not here. Great request. You're correct. It looks like it's a super group with super mega guys. I think you got the nail on the head there. Oh, Jackie, you are here. Oh, good. Okay, now I see you. Great song. No, Jackie, mega great. And the lyrics, perfect grinder music. What do you call it down south? I don't know if it's grinder, hoagie, sub. What's the word down south for for the sandwich? Meatball sub, right? Meatball grinder. Even saying meatball sounds weird now after listening to that track. Jackie, I love you. That was great. I love you. Brilliant. Coming up on deck here, and once again, I have all the requests lined up here. And thanks for all your patience. I'll say it again backwards. Baby Metal, Van Halen. I mean, all this. Christopher Cross, Men at Work. I'm slowly catching up. And right now, I've got on deck Fountains DC. Or Fountains DC. I still haven't figured. I like that group. They're alternative, and they got a really cool thing going there. I love it. Judas Priest, and right now it is Ship of Fools. Robert Plant.
Self-control, I can't rely on you. New times surprise my world, it's changing. Within this frame, an ocean swirls behind the smile. I'm knowing well. There's moon, I'm waiting. I am the pilot of the storm. The drift of pleasure I may drown. The ship is my making, and furthermore my self-control. I could rely on you. I know why. I know why. Crazy on a ship of fools. Crazy on a ship of fools. Turn this boat around, back to my loving ground. Oh no, oh no. Claims that no man is an island, while I land up in jeopardy, more distant from you by degrees. I walk the shore in isolation, and at my feet eternity draws ever sweeter plans for me. I know why. I know why. Crazy
If you're Robert Plant and you decide to go solo and you got to get a guitar player to replace Jimmy Page, it's got to be a pretty tricky challenge there. Doug Boyle, never heard the name before in my life. Maybe if I had, I hadn't heard it again, but that's pretty cool. Nice guitar. I like it. I like it. I like it. Judas Priest. Judas Priest with Reckless, great right there. Star Material. I just showed up on the YouTube, to make the suggestions thing, right? I'm looking over here on this, and it says on the Aerosmith channel that just released 37 minutes ago, 5 views, Sweet Emotion live version from the album Rock Hits for Dads. This is Father's Day. It just got released 37 minutes ago. Who's running the Aerosmith channel on YouTube? Rock Hits for Dads. Father Christmas was last week. Father Time? Maybe it has to do with Father Time. Rock Hits for Dads. It's like, to be a dad, you need to have a mom. So, and most of those, speaking of grinder music, Sweet Emotion. I think a lot of ladies like that song too. That could be rock hits for mom. Anyway, I don't know who's running the Aerosmith YouTube channel, but it doesn't really matter. Coming up here, we've got actually one of my favorite songs. It's a Mistake and Overkill are really my two favorite songs from Men at Work. I knew the big hits and stuff when I was a young DJ in the early '80s when that came out. It was Who Can It Be Now? Whatever, right? They had all the big hits and stuff. But the album, for me, they were album tracks. It's a Mistake and Overkill. Nobody really requested those one that much. And as I got older, I started realizing that these songs were like really, really good. Off the same album, Cargo is that Overkill, great song. That's on deck. A song called Motor Breath. You know who you are. I'm not talking to people who think that they have a motor breath. I'm talking about whoever requested from the album Kill 'Em All. But here it is, and I've been playing. This is the third time in the last 2 weeks. Fontaine's DC, very cool group, but this one I have not played, so it's going to be a Star Material. Televised Mind. Star Material, a super cool group. I think they're from, that's the group from Dublin, right? I think they're from Fontaine's DC Televised Mind. Very interesting lyric. What I like about the song is always like one step ahead with the way it was moving and stuff. And it was very alternative, I'll say it this way. It's just super, super alternative. I like it a lot. Came out 5 years ago, which usually means 2.5 million, but they only have 200,000 subscribers. I'm one of them. That's super underground. 2.5 million people have seen the video, but only a small fraction actually subscribe. That's kind of the way it works on YouTube. It's kind of funky like that. That was great. It's funny analyzing all these different angles. Music Without Borders is a great chance to listen to everything from around the world, and I love it. I love it. I love it. On deck here, we got Christopher Cross, but right now it is Metallica. Super great Metallica. Star Material, actually. Nobody's requested that one from the Kill 'Em All album, Motor Breath. I like that a lot. Yeah, I tell the story a lot. I was lucky, actually. Just 1986, Cliff Burton, his game was over, right? And I had a chance to actually see the Masters of Puppets tour. I know I've said this story before, but for anybody who's new, I had one of the guys who ran the radio station WBCN in Boston. 102.5. That was the big rock radio station in Boston. Actually, the biggest one in Massachusetts, I should say, that whole area. And the guy, program director from Oedipus is his name. Program director. I know some people actually go, I remember Oedipus. Oedipus was a friend of mine, really good friend, and a friend of my band and stuff. And so he always was giving away tickets and stuff like that. So he says, hey, all I had to do was call him up. And when I heard Metallica wasn't coming to Boston, they were only playing Connecticut. They weren't going to go to that area, and well, there's some reason why. Maybe or the Boston one was sold out. I can't remember. But he says, I got 2 tickets for you to go see them, and that's just outside of Hartford, Connecticut. And I'm like, okay, looks like we're driving. I said, but they were backstage passes. And, I moved to Boston in 86. It must have been like just before he died. That's really kind of weird. Um, and he was on Masters of Puppets, right? My brain's not working too good right now. And I'm pretty sure he was. Anyway, I sold the tickets. I mean, I got inside the show and stuff. Once I was in, I didn't really feel like going backstage and stuff like that. But I had 2 backstage passes, and there was the mosh pit before the concert. I don't even think there was an opening band, to be honest with you. I don't think there was an opener. It was just them doing the show. But they had like a full backdrop, and it looked really cool and spooky and stuff like that. And that was probably one of the coolest stage shows that I've ever seen. At such a small venue, 5,000 people. I mean, it's really small. And for them, I'll say it that way. And it wasn't even full, so it was maybe 2,500 people. There was empty spaces everywhere. But in the front there, everybody was wearing, if it wasn't a leather jacket, then it was a blue jean jacket, and it was all, metal guys. I put the 2 tickets up. What was that? That movie, Eddie Murphy and Trading Places. I felt like I was selling, what was it, pork? And I was like, I got 2 backstage passes, $100 each. And I was like, shoom. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was like hundreds of people. Shoom, 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 shoom. And so my buddy and I made $200. I didn't really feel like going backstage. I was a teenager. I did want to see the show, and the show was amazing. I am backstage, so I was like, but I needed money. So that was $100 each that we made to go see Metallica. The concert was awesome. Let's go into talking. Some people tell me I should talk, some people not. Van Halen on deck, Christopher Cross. Right now, it is a great song for Men at Work.
Possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations. I know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just an imagination. Day after day, I'd read a beer. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Goes to bear and fade away. Between the sheets only brings exasperation. It's time to walk the streets, smell the desperation. At least there's pretty lights. Though there's little variation, it nullifies the night.